Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I think I can soundly say there's nothing at all wrong with you. You're doing great. You're wonderful. That what you want to hear? Spend the last 10 minutes telling me why you're just fine, why this all went according to plan. This relationship you had with your now not so significant other, how you had your nice little cute meet, how you met each other's parents, how you met up once or twice a week for nice meals at restaurants, and you satisfied each other emotionally and sexually for a time, and then the relationship reaches perfectly natural, excuse the term, climax. All according to plan. Congratulations, and you're none the worse off for it. After all, you're a sexy little Scorpio, aren't you? And if you couldn't push your partner over whatever spiritual boundary that you set for that week, that month, that year, non-starter from the start, right? Tough luck, right? Can't win them all, right? And plenty more fish in the sea. Except, how many non-starters? How many more failed relationships? Until you start thinking, maybe it's me. I'm going to pose you a question. What is the most repressed sign of the zodiac? A lot of people would answer something stoic, something like Capricorn. Capricorn in the very dead of winter, like a big bear hibernating. Like a little acorn, dormant, waiting for spring to sprout, but at the moment cold, repressed, shut away in the earth. No, Capricorns have their burdens to bear, yeah, but they bear with them stoically. They assess the situation. They take them on their shoulders and they address them. Not easily, but they address them. They climb the mountain for the cave. They are strong people. So maybe not Capricorn. So, okay, a water sign, maybe a little fragile water sign. Maybe call it Cancer. The crab scuttling along the ocean floor inside a shell. Yeah, that's the most repressed one. No. Cancer delights in domestic responsibilities, in the dynamics of the family. It adores the weight of a shell. It loves the crushing weight of the ocean and all the emotional pressures of a tight domestic setup. It is at home under all this weight, but Scorpio, it buries itself. It buries its head, not just its head, its whole body in the sand, in the burning sands of the desert. It shuts itself away from the harsh, searing sun into its own little den of illusions. It crushes itself with the weight of reality by delighting in these dark illusions for itself. That, my friend, is what you've been going through. Even if you don't care to admit it. I'm going to start off by lighting a little candle for you. And some incense that I wrote myself, actually. Normally, I would do a little preliminary kinesiology to determine what my client would like, what they are receptive to, what they needed from this session, but I'm not going to do that with you, no. You're not in control here. This is my room. You're going to take what's goddamn given to you. You're not in control here. You're not in control here. You are not in control here. And if you're allergic to any of these things, well, anaphylaxis might limber you up some, huh? Take it in, take it in, take it in. Would you like to know what it is I'm smoking into you? Nothing bad. A little nutmeg. Yeah, Christmassy nutmeg. For abundance. For a little warmth that isn't a harsh warmth of the sun. And also a thing of gratitude. Do you know that term, gratitude? Of course you don't. Because you're a Scorpio. And it's kind of hard for you to give yourself willingly unto others. To bare your heart that you conceal so deep in you. A little secret of Scorpio. And you resent that secret in yourself, but you also adore it. You adore the mask of mystery, don't you? Well, nutmeg is going to lighten you up a little, but also draw into you the more compassionate, the more willing to deal with your shit, unlike your now not so familiar other. We also have patchouli. Now that should appeal to you, patchouli, because it is the scent of mystery. It also relates to abundance, but you know, it was what stoners used to light to mask the smell of weed on their clothes. It is the smell of probing further into the universe's mysteries, of gazing deeper into things, which you do already. I know you do. You gaze into things. You hope to see some horizon that will reveal some deeper truth about yourself and other people. You're desperately seeking that from other people. You're desperately seeking to see some truth about yourself without ever seeing the other person. Fine. And the last is ylang ylang. That's the important bit. Take note. Ylang ylang. Ylang ylang. A scent that balances the masculine and feminine. Brings them together. Couples them up. Unlike you have managed to do, by the way. It creates a balance between the dark and the light. Between burying yourself in the desert sands and coming up to face the sun every now and again. It is a balance. For nature is balanced. Because you are a sexy little Scorpio. And there's not so deadly a venom in the world to you than one of your own making. What we're going to do for you is a little anti-venom without a Tom Hardy in sight, unless that's your thing. What we're going to do for you is put in some little Reiki symbols. But first, I want you to listen to the sound of a bell. Just the sound of the bell. Only the sound of the bell. Only the sound of the bell. There are no other mysteries. This is the mystery. It is where your own 2 feet stand. It is the sound you're coming home. You are coming home. You are coming home. This is your shell. This is the point that stings. This, and only this. The bell. The bell. The bell. I'm going to take you by the shoulders now. I'm going to touch you. I know you don't like to be touched, but I don't care. I'm going to touch you here. I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders. Feel them. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. I'm going to put into you pure, dark, crimson energy. Alright. Pure, dark, crimson like blood. You need to see it. You need to see the blood of other people. Other hearts pounding. There are other people but you. Other people but you. And it is in this blood that we are going to find our anti-venom. Our little antidote is in the blood of other people. See it. Feel it. Other people just going down your shoulders, going down your arms, reaching your ribs, your stomach, pulling in your lower digestive system, in your groin, down your legs, into your feet. I'm going to put some symbols into you now, borrowed from the old fairy lore. We're going to start with a hawthorn tree. That musky smelling, sexy hawthorn tree. Wait. Which is, like you, a thing of dichotomies, of lusty, musky scent and thorns, hard thorns that keep people away, coupled up in this one tree that is of abundance and chastity, all at once. It corresponds to the month of May, which people like to get married in, but it is often considered unlucky to get married in the month of May. Wait. It is the tree of the goddess, who is at once nourishing and crushing. We're putting this into you, much like the ylang-ylang, to balance. To balance. Wait. To balance. Wait. Feeling a little looser. Good. Only you should like the ivy, also the vine in more Mediterranean climates. A little bit of wine, huh? A little bit of wine to satisfy you. You do like your wine, you do like a party. Gort. 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 Because you like a good time. But you need more than a good time. You like visions, yeah, but you need more ecstatic visions. You can't just go and see pretty things. You can't just go out and see pretty women or men. You need it to fill your being. You need to flood your being with these things, but I'm sorry to break it to you, not everybody is going to do that. Not when you're like this. Not when you're so sealed up in your own being, under those sands that you cover yourself with. You have to let people in. You have to lean on people like the ivy, like the vine, like Gort. 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 The last one. The one coming exactly after Gort in the calendar. Corresponding to the month of October. To Scorpio. Nieto. 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 And no, it's not the nettle. Although on that subject, the nettle does often grow by the dock leaf. Nature provides its balances, its poisons, and its antidotes side by side. And who's by your side, huh? Nieto. The reed. Not a tree, just a little shrub by the water's edge that dries out and sings in the wind. That depends on the wind, on aeolian tones to make its music. It depends on the water, on the wind. It is more than itself. It is a hollow thing, the reed. Like you are a hollow thing, searching for more. This black abyss that needs filled. Nieto. What is your anti-venom, my sexy little Scorpio? I'll tell you. It is how you are seen through people's eyes. It's a vicious cycle, really. This seclusion that you build for yourself, that creates this kind of mystique that attracts people. But you grow closer to people through. Then you end up disappointed and retreating into your little mystique, which people are more attracted to. And on it goes. You need to see yourself through other people's eyes. You need to give agency to others. That is what you need. Agency to others. Patience with other people. Trust even, and I know it's a stretch. But let yourself go. Not into anything special. They aren't anything special. But give yourself unto others, so they might give the world unto you. And maybe then you'll see that mystery that you've been looking for.